Good morning. I am Prakash Chand Chaudhary, Assistant Professor of English in BCS Government PG College, Dhamtari. As you all know, the government has decided the lockdown to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Hence, the Higher Education Department of Chhattisgarh government has decided to prepare online materials for UG as well as PG students. In this campaign, I have been alerted to prepare lectures on second lesson of BA Part 3 in English language paper. The textbook is English language and aspects of development. And the lesson 2 is a gripping story, Death of a Clerk, by a very famous short story writer, Anton Chekhov. Let me now introduce the short story writer, Anton Pavlovich Chekhov. Chekhov was a very famous Russian playwright and short story writer. He was born in a Russian town, Rostov, on January 1860. He practiced as a medical doctor. He once said, I quote, "Medicine is my lawful wife and literature is my mistress." This rather makes it very clear that how he was dedicated for his literary writings. He was one of the three seminal figures in the birth of early modernism in the theatre. One of the notable awards received by Anton Chekhov was Pushkin Prize in the year 1888 for the collection of stories In the Twilight. He passed away on 15th July 1904 in Germany. As we all remember, Doordarshan of India has telecasted a teleserial named Chekhov Ki Dunya. Indian citizens have enjoyed many of his stories through this teleserial. The short story under discussion is Death of a Clerk. I hope all of you understand the word clerk, a petty worker in an office. In Hindi we call him Lipik or Babu. So this story was included in his 1886 collection, Motley Stories. The story mainly revolves around the central character Ivan Dmitrich Chervakov. And now onwards, my friends, I would call him Chervakov only, because you know the names of Russian people happens to be very difficult to pronounce. So the central character will be for you and me now onwards Chervakov. So the central theme of the story is Chervakov was an excellent clerk. You see, Anton Chekhov uses the word excellent to make his story more effective, because as an excellent man, what he does throughout the story, you will come to know about. So one excellent evening, this clerk, Chervakov, was sitting on the second row of the stall in the theatre named Arcadia. As you all know, he was sitting on the second row of the stall. Now, there might be a question in your mind that what is this stall? In modern times, when we go to a theatre or a cinema hall, we always like to sit on the rear rows, not on the front rows, because the screen, silver screen, is in front of us. But in those days, when there was no cinema or cinema houses, there were dramas or plays or operas staged on the stages. So people appreciated to sit there on the stall, which is the nearer rows to the stage. So on that evening, Chervakov was very happy, and he was thinking himself to be the happiest of the mortals to have a seat on the second row, and he was just enjoying the opera there with the opera glasses on. As I have already told you, he was thinking himself the happiest man in the world. So the word excellence speaks a lot about Chervakov's character. Chekhov highlights the use of the phrase all of a sudden then. So when he was sitting there and enjoying the opera, all of a sudden, as you all know, in Hindi when a storyteller says achanak, so it grips the attention of the listener as well as the reader. So Chekhov makes it clear that all the story writers very often use this hackneyed expression all of a sudden, because the story, whatever they write regarding the life of human beings, is full of surprises. So all of a sudden, what happens? Just look at it. All of a sudden, Chervakov sneezes. You see, sneezing is a very trivial incident. But the greatness of Chekhov lies there, that from this trivial incident, he carved out a very great story which grips the attention of the readers. So when he sneezes, unfortunately, he sneezed on the head of the man who is sitting on the front row, just in front of him. So as we know, sneezing is not a very heinous crime, and it is not prohibited. Everyone can sneeze, even the high-ranked officers, even the police officers, even the farmers, even the common man. Anybody can sneeze, anywhere, anytime. That is what Chekhov says. So when he sneezed, he was not embarrassed, like we all people do after sneezing. But afterwards, because you see, he is an excellent man, because he is a well-bred man, he just looked around to find out if his sneezing has disturbed anyone around him. Unfortunately, he found that the old man, none other than Civil General Brizilov of the Ministry of Communications, is just wiping his head and shoulder with the glove. Now he is embarrassed. So he thought he should apologize. He just leaned forward and whispered. You see, that is the humble way of expression. He whispered to the general of his unpremeditated incident. But the old man was not prepared to listen. So he just told, don't mind, and he started listening to the opera. But this gentleman, as I have already told you, he is an excellent man and a well-bred man. So he didn't stop there. So in the interval, he followed him and mumbled behind him his apologies. But for no avail. This old gentleman didn't say a single word of expression supporting this clerk, Chervakov. So he comes back in the evening. He tells the story, what happened to his wife. His wife is also, you see, he is the wife of an excellent and well-bred man. So she listened to it with undue respect. But when she heard that he is a civil general, then he was afraid of the happenings afterwards. So she suggested that you should have apologized. So Chervakov decides again to go to the civil general's office and apologize again. So next day morning he prepares himself, puts on his new gown, has a haircut, and goes to his office where general is receiving the petitions from the petitioners. As you know, in India, if you go to submit a petition, you have to find a peon sitting there or a clerk sitting there. But in Russia in those days, you see the general himself is sitting there and receiving the petitions. And there is a queue in front of the civil general Brizlov. Chervakov stands there in the queue. When his turn comes, he again repeats those expressions that yesterday evening in Arcadia, I just sneezed over you. Please forgive me. But the general was not to listen to him. So Chervakov thought, I should apologize after all the petitioners go. So when the last petitioners went away, Chervakov again goes there and follows the general Brizlov. But he says, you just go away, move away. And he is not prepared to listen to him. So that day Chervakov was not successful to convince the general. So on the way back his home, he thought that, okay, I would write a letter to him to apologize. But unfortunately, he couldn't write the letter. So next day morning, he again decides to go to the general. So he goes there, waits till the last petitioner to submit the petition. Then he goes to the general. So the general stamps his feet and shouts. Chekhov writes, he barked. And this shouting against this ordinary human being creates the havoc. So it seems that his heart is broken. Now he stumbles, staggering towards his home and reaches his home and tries to lie down on his sofa and dies. You see, this is the end of the story, which draws the compassion and the feelings of the reader that from such a meager incident, this gentleman, who happens to be an excellent clerk, a well-bred man, full of etiquettes, but these tags to this gentleman happens to be the cause of his death. So sneezing, you see, sneezing caused the death. When you think about it, we just are surprised. How can this small incident can be the cause of one's death? But it's Chekhov. Chekhov makes it a very great story. out of this incident of snitching. Thank you very much.